So, ono Marcus mbadde njagala mubuuza batugamba all the time that DJs, first of all, DJs are the worst enemies when it comes to people's relationships. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, people say DJs play the same music in every bar every night. So today, for episode 20, before I introduce y'all,
we've started.
We've cut off.
Balave, mo wate munoza tuli kuchi.
Atebagandi roll, camera roll.
Okay.
So that I assemble myself.
I tell you, don't say orchestra.
Okay.
So before I said stop talking, just keep talking. Let no one tell you, Musimani, you guys change that. No. But Marcus, Soko Tugamba, is it true that you guys get like shit and what? I want to try like a second career. You know, in Uganda, they say you can't have one job. Jagala Kumanya, is it really good business? Because DJs are getting some serious money and some serious women.
Guys, wait, I would like to abstain.
Yeah.
From this conversation.
It's okay.
Can I be sleeping as
No, don't. Just no, don't.
What are you sleeping for?
You
tell us whether it's true.
Faizo, go. Let him just tell us.
You know, women love men who have something that's going on.
Is that true or not?
I think I do. I ask him to. So you river. She wants to abstain. What's it?
A woman.
No, she wants to abstain.
But she's a woman.
She wants to abstain.
For you, you can't to go there.
You river.
What do you mean abstain? Surely as a child.
She wants to abstain from the conversation. Why put
Okay, Marcus, please.
When I love things that are going on, let it be an artist, let it be a footballer, anything that can attract the masses. I feel women fall for that.
Health.
It's true. Yeah.
But some of us make more money than DJs, but we're not getting
but you're not.
And there's some shit that is not going on.
There's something that's not going on because they are not seeing it.
Hey, you're not in the spotlight.
It's your HR, it's your...
For you, you're in the office on the desk job. You have the spotlight.
You guys, you've started off on the wrong foot.
Tadika point.
Guys, no, Aine has the best intro, so Aine, please, take it away.
For the gongos! Yeah, we are live episode 20, guys. Nothing serious. And today's edition is going to be fire, man. We have Marcus, one of the DJs that has managed to reap the best out of the DJing industry. From ladies to...
to money.
No, before money. From ladies to standard jobbers. This man, by the way, has an office now. Don't play with him. To interesting gigs. Oh, yeah, and to some money. Look at that guy. If we had a picture of Marcus 5 years ago, this nigga look like this
Almost
there.
I
know.
5 years ago, from the bottom. We started from Masindi with this boy.
See,
you guys don't know that. Nani Brands a Charlie Masindi nafe, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
We have come
You
from
boys done hustle, man.
From the same Carlo.
Man, they tossed you,
Yeah.
man.
Marcus.
By the way, me and Piper, we are the only ones in the whole area
Welcome to
who had
tiled houses
in the entire Masindi.
Guys, he's serious. It's not a lie.
Our
place, our hood in Masindi, we even we're the first people to have German Shepherds in that area.
What?
Tiles, this is like 1994, 93.
Other people had Hoima Shepherds. Or like Masindi
Back
Shepherds or
then,
some shit.
people didn't have dogs.
It was called
People didn't have dogs.
Local breed.
They just had stray dogs. Like once the stray dog comes in, they're like, hey, let's come.
Actually, they used to call them Embwa. But anyway, guys, welcome back to episode 20. It's been such an amazing journey.
Remind that man one more time.
Hey, yeah. Welcome back to episode 20.
And it's not welcome back. Mutuzo, mujukizo.
Welcome to episode 20.
Yes.
Welcome to episode 20. Nothing serious.
Where are they
It's
going?
been an amazing journey.
Yep.
As we kick it off,
Yeah.
my first question to you, all you guys, is what has been your best episode so far? Apart from this one, don't put this one in because this one's going to be our best.
Yeah.
But before,
our episode with Didan.
Oh, that was fire.
Okay,
Yeah, episode of Didan was fire.
Actually, I enjoyed the one with Didan, and it had a lot of talkability out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people were talking about
you
it.
guys just ate food now, don't lie.
I mean, yeah, food,
period.
yeah, it counts for a lot. Food.
Alcohol.
It was a good setting. I think I also there was which episode? I liked there's one we had with Troy. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, God has some followers from Kigali.
Yeah, that was some pretty cool. That's
Guys, I had some crazy stories about Troy and Kigali.
Oh my goodness.
God, see, for a minute I was thinking to myself, I think I need to join this fashion industry
my friend.
and put myself somewhere because Troy,
The man swims in deep waters.
I really love what Troy is doing because it reached a level there's when I wanted to also incorporate design with my brand, and I started.
And you do look like a fashion forward.
The trend of Evipale.
Oh yes, Evipale. AutoCAD.
No, it's still
Keep it going.
They're still sagging.
I like it. I like the consistency.
Nowadays, I drip so hard that I don't need to mop.
Mother.
What did you say?
This is what DJs do that shit they do.
It doesn't need to
mop.
Even this guy's diction has changed, man.
Leveled
DJ's
up.
hard, bro.
Leveled up.
Your best
Leveled
episode
up.
so far?
Didan.
Mm.
I was the first person to say that.
My
Didan has
best
been my
episode, I
favorite
think,
so
is
far.
the Maisonneau episode, where we talked about.
Yeah, I remember that one as well.
Yeah.
Me, my best episode is episode 1.
An episode.
Hey, that chaos.
Episode 1, you guys,
Episode one
I
was
went back, I
chaotic.
watched it.
Amazing.
It was so chaotic.
How did guys watch us?
The sound was horrible.
There's so much going on, right?
Guys, we have come a long way.
Favorite.
Actually, I reached out to him and told him, guys, you're talking over each other. Who should we listen to?
Yeah.
But I believe in progress, not goals.
A lot has changed since then. We've come a long way. And also, this is our opportunity to say, what's up? Where am I looking? Here or here?
Anyway.
Kamera ziringa lukumi.
I'm telling you.
Nah, you just wanted to show off.
Because before we had that's a sign of progress. When we started, you had everybody looking in one place. Now there's cameras all over the place. I'm like, where do I look? Yeah. So the comments are still coming in, guys. Thank you so very much. I can't believe that we get to a point where we have 45 comments, 50 comments. Of course, in the future we shall look back and laugh.
I mean,
But for now,
But right now, I'm like, what? Guys watch this thing and they comment and they like
They're
and
so
they share
involved.
and they're subscribing. Guys, thank you so much. We hope that you don't stop because we are not going to stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Till the wheels fall off. And I would like to use this opportunity to also thank everyone that has supported Nothing Serious in any different way.
Yeah.
Those of you that have walked with us the journeys of the 5th episodes. Guti, man. Guti, thank you.
Shout out to
same
Guti!
location, man.
This is the second time we're coming back home. Every time we're
Hey.
here, it just feels amazing, man. The energy is welcoming, the vibe is spectacular. So big shout out to everyone. Dana Kiki hosted us with Didan. It was amazing, man.
Yeah, Mukisa,
Shout out to
Give us our
Mikis
first
as well.
opportunity.
Yeah. Prince Shorts. That's his
The
name.
haters as well. Let's not forget them.
I'm the haters.
That's where Mutuzo comes in. I'm concluding, guys. I'm concluding. Yeah, to everyone that has supported us in one way or the other, man. Big up to you. To all the people that have come through, the guests, man. Well done. This is episode 20. It feels like I'm about to collapse. But over to you, Mutuzo. Hi, inmate. What's going on?
guys, first see how cool my outfit is.
Some money.
Here is the problem though. There's a wall there that looks exactly like my outfit.
This is
But-
not even upper prison.
You took that whole thing of us escaping from prison serious.
I got here and like Guti had these things that matched my outfit so well.
Yeah.
I am home, but
You do look fire. You do look fire.
Thank you.
Last week's episode, literally, seriously. Because you're supposed
prison
to escape
thing,
from prison. Today you have real calm.
exactly,
Like
Ninga Vamu prison.
so, Kotugambe, how's your week?
Talking up to me, Nakuba hate to watch us.
First wait.
I tell this episode, I'm also cashing in on hate.
So called Kemutuza, Wama Mutuza. To
I
who
said
did
don't talk about it. Because that hate is attached to me, so you can't talk about it. But
Hate is that?
Chill
I
it.
don't
Just whatever hate you're planning to
But-
share, chill it.
I want to share this not very long comment from last episode where someone said, low-key, I am a 23-year-old trying out life head-on. Need a way to get updates because Gen Zs won't watch willingly. So we have X and TikTok. Plus, Michelin Saga last time led me here by mistake, but it was a blessing in disguise and makes X a success play to relax and learn and get updates. I could take the whole day, but I'm still getting my peers to watch such nice shows. Plus, Ugandan podcast industry is played out. Hope we get a surprise guest since it's episode 20 because you didn't say anything about it.
What's the name?
Magara Melvin.
Magara Melvin. Well done.
Big up to you, man.
Calm down.
Thank you, Magara Melvin, for the comment.
He put 2 comments actually.
There's another one.
There's another one.
There's another one. He said, B-Wall being slightly older just brings balance.
Go on, to finish.
B-Wall being slightly older just brings balance to the pod, the 4 elements from Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I take everything back.
I thought that only applies to women.
I don't know, even men. They are slightly older men, by the way.
My point
We're
is,
very niche.
This nigga got his words cut out well. That's nice.
He's a smart fella.
for whatever reason, I don't know, like I read the comment and somehow it's like, I know we keep talking about it and saying, oh, people say we do this makes them happy, what, but I don't know. I have not seen a comment that has been so expressive about it, right? So when I read this comment, I was like, oh, this is actually serious.
Yeah.
So I am glad that we do that for you.
Yeah.
But most importantly, this helps us too. So I am happy that we do that for you, but I'm also grateful that you do this for us. Thank you.
Ooh, thank you so much, guys.
Desperado.
Other than that,
How was
I
the week?
had an
Many.
incredible week. Like, I swear nothing can take it away.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
I had an amazing week. From Monday to today, I was around people that resonate and think and like have the same
Progressive,
school of thought
yeah.
or progressive thoughts as me. And like for the first time in such a long time, I wasn't in fight mode. Because most times, because of the work that I do or the things that I talk about, or most times I'm in flight mode because I know the minute I say there's like 20 people just seated somewhere waiting to fight. So I'm like in fighting mode all the time. I'm like this.
Yeah.
But like this week, I was around people that get it. That I say something and everyone is like,
Yeah. We call
that's right. So I have had an incredible week. I don't think there's anything out there that has the ability to ruin it for me.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I can't get into the details of that.
Good
But
good
that's
episode.
That's good.
Yes, no
Faisal.
more, no fighting.
I will not fight you today.
Oh,
You're
that's-
good.
That's good. I know
Faisal.
something special.
Tell us.
First of all, I was supposed to go to Kigali over the weekend. Yeah.
What occurred?
What occurred is...
You didn't go.
I did die.
Nigga, I called you. You said you were en route to Kigali.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. En route, not in Kigali.
So let's get this.
Men are such
Wama,
liars.
tell us. What happened?
No, he actually called me when we are like literally on our way because we were still in Kampala, setting up, buying shit and all that stuff. Then a friend of ours got like an emergency.
Medical.
No, just work thing.
Oh.
So we're like, man, it wasn't going to be the same going without them. So we let it go. We cancelled that. We shelved it. My week has been fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Muslim, so you guys are supposed to be clapping for us this entire week until Friday because we gave you a public holiday.
On a Friday?
Yes, on a Friday.
On a Friday? Friday when is a public holiday?
No, by the way, take the win.
Keep quiet.
Take the win.
It's like saying...
Because we can change it.
Yes.
We can just wake up and say the moon has come on
It's like
Thursday.
celebrating Boxing Day happening on a Monday. You're like, wow, what a public holiday. Bro.
No, the reason why...
No.
The reason why you should celebrate.
In this guys.
This is why you should celebrate.
Tell me.
This is why everyone should be greeting Muslims this entire week. First of all, Tuesday is already a public holiday.
Thank you.
That public holiday could have decided to be on Friday or Monday or whatever. Now the Muslims were like, guys, let's put a public holiday on Friday because Monday is also a public holiday. So we give these niggas a 4-day weekend.
There you go.
No.
Friday,
These niggas done things right.
Listen, Friday is in. Yeah,
Take the win.
Continue, Faisal. Continue.
Next Friday, not tomorrow.
Friday, not tomorrow.
So Friday is it. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Heroes Day. This is next week.
And
I'm so excited.
Let me tell you, Piper.
So it's a 4-day weekend.
Let me tell you why
I
I'm
am
still
so
disappointed in you
disappointed.
guys.
Okay.
Oh, we have 2 disappointments. That's nice. Let me begin with mine. For starters, you guys, we have felt like you have betrayed us for the longest time. So we decided to take matters into our own hands this June and give ourselves 2 freaking public holidays. One on 3rd June, the second one on 9th June. All of them on a very rare
day.
weekday. Like a Monday, like a Tuesday. So you guys felt like these jamas have now grabbed us like
Yeah.
to Friday. To Friday.
Chiwaberemu.
Already Friday is like a public holiday to Muslims because it's Juma.
Yeah.
You get
They're just giving us
there's that
crumbs.
holiness.
Obviously.
For us, Friday is Friday.
Yeah.
It's
Friday.
What's
Friday.
Simple day? What was simple day?
I know.
Kati bana bayene base back Friday afemani.
Kati Mutuzo,
Okay.
Mutuzo, what's your disappointment?
As an incentive.
Disappointment is you said the public holiday is on Friday and then Monday is a public holiday.
Yeah.
And for a second, I got really excited. Like,
Like just
yes,
tomorrow,
thank
eh?
you. No, it wasn't even about it being tomorrow. I was excited because there's a part of me that's so traumatized that I think I'm still at school.
Oh, wow.
And I was so
I saw you
happy.
getting excited. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's up?
I'm so disappointed that this
Like it's
we
just
are in
life as
holidays.
normal.
I feel like I just
It should
made
have
a
counted for
loss.
more.
Me, I'm excited about it because Friday will be a public holiday.
Yeah.
Sunday, I'll be preparing. On 7th, that's Sunday. That was when I'll be doing my show.
Yeah.
And Monday,
Oh,
people will
yes.
still have time to.
I want to get it from you as a DJ. Now that we're talking about public holidays, there's this excitement we get. And guys, I hope you don't get it twisted. The banter of me and Faisal have been having about public holidays is nothing serious.
Yeah.
Some of you might take this too serious and start
apologizing.
giving us. No, I'm not apologizing.
Wait.
Hell no, I'm not. Hell
Why
no,
is
I'm
everyone
not.
apologizing
Listen.
this month? What's up? It's nothing
Well,
serious.
we have to. But back to public holidays.
Yeah.
As a DJ, do you also like look forward to public holidays, especially if they land on a day like Friday, which is a huge day for you in the market? Do you always look forward to them, or you would prefer them being on a weekday and you're sure of counting on some more numbers?
Okay, it's a public holiday is always a public holiday when it gets to entertainment because some of us enter this thing to entertain people. And you know the excitement that comes with a public holiday. Someone who would have rushed to go back home can step by.
A bit longer, yeah.
Yeah, and stick around. Someone will give an excuse. Tomorrow is a public holiday, let me go have fun. So we get excited when the public holidays come. The frustration you get when you're saying this public holiday has been a waste is the same way I also feel.
Oh, really?
It's like
Yeah,
what you said.
because at the end of it all, it starts with you and ends with me.
Also, if I'm frustrated, means I won't go to the
You
bar
won't
too.
come.
Okay, I see. I see.
So that's how it is. Like imagine it's like on a Tuesday and tomorrow is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you find also the
Oh, okay.
nightlife that time. It's few bars that are working. So some of us have not happened to.
But I'm thinking now, you DJ, at least Uganda DJs have actually mastered that whole disappointment bit because you saw how lockdown was. Remember, we used to hang out together.
Yeah.
And the situation. I remember when lockdown actually came. That's the time you had literally started.
Yeah,
the
coming
bands
back,
going,
yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom.
And
Home business.
I liked lockdown because I got to know people like you to become part of you.
Yeah.
And that's what's lacking in our entertainment
shut up.
industry.
Oh my goodness.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the connection with the people. You get
It's very important.
It's very
Very,
important.
yeah.
Like the problem we are facing with many celebrities today is you thinking you're bigger than
Oh yeah.
the other
Oh
people.
yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah. No, that's
Do you
true.
ever find yourself in a situation where you have to apologize? Because Piper was bringing a very interesting conversation about apologizing. Everyone seems to be throwing apologies every single.
Yeah.
You said we because you're just from apologizing
I didn't
right now.
apologize, guys.
You.
I didn't.
It's okay to apologize.
Yes.
No, not in this
It's
context.
actually healthy.
It's okay.
It's healthy.
Don't think because
So yeah, embrace it.
don't think because Ugandans are attacking people who are apologizing it is bad. No, it is very okay to apologize. By the way,
So Ayo, do you ever find yourself in a situation whereby you you owe the public maybe an apology in one way or the other. Probably didn't meet their satisfaction in regards to your set or anything. Probably.
Do you ever apologize?
Do you ever apologize when something goes wrong in your business?
Yeah,
Like somebody requests a song and you're like, I don't play requests. Do you?
That's very unapologetic.
That's
fuck
not
you and your
Marcus.
motherfucking shit.
That I can't do.
Marcus is the nicest person I know.
That I can't do because first of all you're encroaching on my freedom, and we are getting to that. I know the questions you're having that will finally answer this. But apologizing to someone out of your own interest, if I've spilled a drink on you, then I can apologize.
That's okay.
If I've stepped on your toes, that I can apologize.
Would you apologize if you took my woman?
No. Fuck no.
What the fuck?
No, not need to.
No, bro.
Moving on, listen.
You'll even get an
which
invitation
woman?
on our wedding.
Yeah, thank you.
Like specify which one because
and
now
on
you
that
for
note-
you
Your
have
woman.
to.
On that note, so tell us, how was your week?
My week is tough because of the preparation for the AO Marcus o'clock. You have to
What's at Marcus o'clock?
The AO Marcus o'clock is for me starting my own party. Because right now we are in an industry whereby people need to bring people from outside to get validity or to sell. So what about us? So we're
creating our own
niche. Like our industry is being thrown away because right now of all the last events you've been seeing, we have been hosting, at least we get backup from the outside.
Like we can't do it by ourselves.
We can't do it by ourselves. So why not? I saw many old DJs, some do their shows, but some are focused on making money, playing music. But me, I want to build a brand that can go beyond myself. Even me not playing, when I can bring on other people. How can it become
a big
celebration?
Dream. That's very nice. So that means it's been a busy week,
Yeah, exactly.
But good, right?
That's why I shifted. That's why I changed. I rebranded from DJ Marcus to AO Marcus.
Okay.
I never wanted to limit myself only to DJ.
And I will say, as a person who has kind of observed you and watched you grow and stuff, I think the two things that I appreciate from you is one, there's a consistency you've had. Which is very hard for people, especially in the entertainment industry, to come by. There's a consistency, one, in the fashion. Like every time I see you, there's something going on. Like there's something I have to mention, right? Like there's something, either the shoes or the ripale or the t-shirt, like there's all the hair, like some shit is going on. So that's good. But then too also the consistency in terms of the product you deliver, the music you deliver. I've noticed that very many DJs, they're kind of swayed by the audience. Like if now the wave is EDM, right? They're like, now I'll be playing EDM at my sets. And then if the wave moves and there are people are into Niger, they're like, no, I'll be playing Niger. But there's a consistency you've kept over time that if somebody attends an event and there's AO Marcus playing, they know what, like they have an idea of what kind of person. And also when somebody is reaching out to you to do work for them, they know what to expect. So that consistency.
I've had many people who have approached me to come to podcasts and I've been no. But this one, when Faisal reached out, and you guys, I saw these are people I connect with. You need to find things that you can share with people who get to know who you are. Actually, when it gets to trends of music, Piper is my witness. I'm among the first DJs who really championed Amapiano.
Janos, you guys have had that. But we shall cut out that clip and circulate it in DJ circles.
Kamal is going to
like
Kamali knows the truth.
He knows the truth. Because when I was working on Radio City on Black and Proud, I used to do a lot of research. I used to bring this sound and this and that.
Nice.
So bringing all those sounds, but I reached a point where like everyone wanted to become the king of it.
I see. So you're like, let me step back. Bold move, bro.
Let it go. But it doesn't make me someone who doesn't know the genre because if you go to Mixcloud, you find Piano Drive, which we did. Way back, more than even the new Amapiano DJs we're seeing today. So we don't own the sound. It's not our sound.
Absolutely.
So that's why I let it go. How can we champion our own?
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Derek, how was your week?
Hold on. Do we have our own?
We do. We have Kadongo Kam. We have Echidandali. We have
Ugandan sound.
we have Evinyanya.
Sunaben is also Ugandan sound.
We also have Gloria Boogie.
There's a difference between Chidandali
Chidandali and Vinyanya.
There's a difference.
So what?
Chidandali chechiriwa. So compare Chidandali.
Chidandali is
No, I need like a treat.
the Chidandali is what we picked from the dancehall and fused with our
And
own.
you sort of Ugandanize it. That Jamaican.
Like it's Caesar's kind of
You
vibe.
remember this Chigoma of now that's a Chidandali.
Yeah.
And then Vinyanya is what?
Where you hear animals crying the sound.
Leaves, what?
Leaves,
It's Sunaben in there.
And I wish Ugandans we could appreciate that because that could be our
man, that
EDM.
is
That could
us.
go out.
That would be our
Like,
EDM.
can you imagine Sunaben in South Africa?
In South Africa right now.
Around
I
Cape
don't
Town.
think the world is ready
Those
for
niggas
They're not. They're not ready.
Bro,
Because
our machine needs you to be
most
toxic.
dangerous sound here.
If we had Sunaben go to play at Coachella or
Yeah.
Tomorrowland, that would happen. Even the masses there, the people who have come, they would know,
know the kind of stampede
it is a
that would be
prop.
at the-
It is a prop to have at least leaves.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
enough.
yeah. That would be a global thing.
would
Like
be a
this
global
guy's
thing,
performing.
yeah.
We have our leaves.
I like
And
it.
then after that, every person who has attended that show plants 2 trees.
Yeah, how can our forestry join that?
Yeah,
How can
yeah.
they join that
So are you
campaign?
saying
Derek.
Sunaben should just become a climate influencer?
Derek,
After
how was your
saying
week? How
everyone
was your
that
week?
had a branch, you planted trees.
Yeah, because without the branches, Sunaben won't
There won't be
happen.
another show. So that means Sunaben does like 2 shows. One, yeah, that's
Now
it.
we have a forest.
To a Derek. How was your week?
That was amazing. My week was crazy, man. So when that nigga said he was gonna go to Kigali, I was around. So I stayed and checked out Silo Branch for the very first time. That vacation.
Hey,
Oh
man,
yeah,
I
you
saw
told
your snap.
me you were
Yes.
going. How was
Oh boy, it was
lit.
For real?
It was lit. God damn, I fucking had a good time, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm done drinking, bro.
No, don't say that.
What is
don't
that?
say that.
No, just on the pod. You see,
is that?
just-
Don't say that. No.
When
What
was
is that?
When was that? Is it me? This one? Oh yeah, man.
But it was really dope.
It was amazing. I met so many gangos, so many.
Oh, guys who watched it. Oh, that's
Yes, guys who watch the podcast
Yeah.
and love it. And the beauty about the people I was meeting is that they were all females. All of them. Never. I rarely met females who like Mutuzo. By the
Hey,
way.
Mutuzo, did you meet anyone to tell you about the pod? You
Oh,
told us
yeah.
you're going
Yeah.
to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
You remember?
I said, did I put myself out there?
Yes, you did not.
No, I met on her behalf, but
Yes.
we'll get to that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a
I
minute,
met-
there's something you said that you
Yes.
just...
Hardly do I meet ladies who like Mutuzo. I'm always
What,
telling
as
you.
in?
Like every lady, most of the
Ladies
ladies.
like him, what do you mean?
That's exactly my point. Most of the ladies I meet, will go ahead and tell you how she's chaotic and blah blah.
That.
Don't know
That's
her.
because they're not in a
You know?
spotlight. She is
Exactly. I'm
aimed
like
up.
that.
Nothing serious
I'm like
spotlight.
that
Of
shit.
course, everyone is
I
going
would
to
call her
envy
2
her. What do
a.m.
you
before I was
expect?
like, shit,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should come through,
Yeah.
And this time around, I met chicks. Let me even scrap that. I met ladies who were appreciating Mutuzo, and they're like, "Well,
Oh, okay.
she brings out the craziness in
Awesome.
you guys."
Okay,
I'm
okay.
like, okay, that's amazing. So it was good feedback, man. And I got a couple of shots from them. Yeah, it was amazing.
Which back shot? Like which one?
Just got shots.
I know. We had to know because last time a guy told you to move
No, yeah.
with his moisture. So
I got,
It was a good.
I got me some shots.
You got shots.
Yeah,
Some
got me
back
some
shots.
shots.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't know, Piper, what you're trying to say, but it is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
great.
yeah, I started off my Monday, Tuesday, excited, looking forward to a couple of interesting functions that will be happening. I'm taking my leave from work next week, so man, I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
feeling
take
good.
us with you, man.
I'm going to Kigali.
Where do you? Hey, you wanna go to?
Yeah, I'm not going.
Wait,
Do you wanna
where did
take
you
us?
go?
Yeah,
Why don't you go, Bernard? Because me, I'm down.
I'll carry you guys on a live or something.
And we can have a show. You can
Yeah, we
like
can-
give
we
us
can-
a connect and what.
We can do a
Sure.
Kigali thing.
For sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Cool. Well, for me,
guys,
Yeah.
what?
That's it.
Yeah, just up and go. That's just what
Don't
it
even
is.
be in WhatsApp groups.
What's the
like
issue?
this.
No,
Once we say we are going, we are going. Done.
You need to first make your nails, then make your hair.
It's a
then make
process.
your eyelash.
For us, as long as the ID is ready, you don't even move with the
You
passport.
give C so much work before you travel, which is okay. But I mean,
So here's the thing, eh? Next
how do
weekend
you
I have a
figure you like we
Kuhinja.
up and go to we
Yes.
we go to
Because it's very
Kigali.
near. It's very near.
So we have a Kuhinja on Saturday. So after basically I'm going to be in that area by Friday.
bro,
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Then we do the Kuhinja, then after
that's the plan.
All right. So the program is Kigali, right?
It's done, yeah.
Fine. So
Oh my God, guys.
it is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. And Kigali is very close. So
And we'll be coming from Marcus's party, so.
really,
This
the date is
insane. I will say that again.
for the Marcus
8th June
8th June.
8th June.
8th June.
at the villa.
Okay, 8th June.
Just you need a group of 5 people. The table is 500. Comes with a bottle of whiskey, mini platter, and food.
Perfect. Mutuzo.
Mutuzo.
Let's see how to.
Kenzo,
You go finance.
Let's check the account. Let's check the account.
On the account. But you know what she told us? Nothing serious account.
Listen, linen is
The
for
expense-
rich people. So
Come and feel it.
Come and feel it.
Yeah, but I want to remind you guys about what I said. I might not be rich, but it's okay to look like I am. Okay? So I don't, when you're saying those things, do not forget the bit where I say I only look like.
Yeah, you may not necessarily be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
look at
You
the
might-
nails.
No, but you are.
Oh,
you
yeah,
are.
okay.
But
Look at the nail.
at the end
There
of
was
it,
of us that
The
at the end of it,
rings,
looks
the
deceiving.
bracelet,
Yeah, looks
the
like- yeah,
linen, the
looks
hair,
deceiving.
the earrings.
So Marcus,
amazing.
me,
for the
so-
nothing serious table, reach out to Mutuzo, she will handle.
She's going to hand off, secure our table, and then we'll represent.
Alright.
The rest.
So my week was fantastic as
Even
well.
Moses is in shock.
Moses' girlfriend
About what?
started gymming, so hey, don't
But
play games.
why did you bring Moses' girlfriend into this thing?
Which Moses do you think I'm talking about?
That's Moses. Why you bring Moses'
Which
girlfriend?
one?
Well, my Moses' girlfriend. We apologize.
The one in the Bible.
So if the one who knows that she's Moses' girlfriend
That
is
one.
not going to gym. This is like, wait,
Where am I
I
not
have
going
a
to
girlfriend and I'm not in a gym.
Who is this girlfriend?
You know what I need to
This
say?
is why.
The money is over.
This is why I'm saying don't bring Moses' issues. Moses is going to be the one suffering at home. Wait for you. They will be asking him who is.
Bernard, your week.
So my week was lovely. It was wonderful. I was in a very fantastic space. I had a bit of a getaway from the chaos, the usual chaos. I was with progressive minds, people who add into you. You know, most times people take away from you. They take away from you, they take away from you. But every once in a while you hang with people who just add into you, pour into you. I slept on a very humongous bed.
Alone?
Oh, yeah, alone. Yeah, some huge bed with,
That expression
The
cannot
person
be
was that
for a
smart.
person
No,
who
it was
slept
just,
alone.
I was alone.
That expression.
I was alone, I promise.
Listen, we're not allowed to.
Be one, you cannot say
I
alone
was
twice.
alone.
You saying alone?
Yes, I was
The
alone.
moment you say alone more than once, be one, you are lying.
The thing is, I have a witness on the pod. Mutuzo is a witness. Yeah?
I was also
Yes.
sleeping on
Yes.
a huge bed.
Like, yes, we had a time away from
How fucking
everything.
coincidental could that be?
It wasn't coincidental. We
We told you guys last time that we
that
would be
this
away.
week we are going to be away.
No, for you we knew, but be one.
It is what it is.
About you being alone?
Yeah.
That one we didn't know.
Oh, wait, what do you mean that
you
knew
were
I
not
would
alone?
be alone? Like, I know
WhatsApp group. Hell no.
I know I was alone, but
Yeah.
you guys have no hope in me.
And
Whatsoever.
but apart from that,
I feel like this is you gaslighting
We
me.
trust
but
you
like,
not to have, we trust him to have. We trust both of you, just different
God.
sides of the spectrum.
so but apart from that,
Unbelievable.
28th May is World Menstrual Health Day, and the reason why I mention it is because there's very many stories that go around. Most guys bump into knowledge of periods accidentally as men. Yeah, you
And
just
that
realize
normally happens when they can't give you some.
Exactly, yeah. What do you mean you can't? And then the baby's and the baby's struggling to explain to you that she's in periods. She'll tell you, "Oh, but I have a headache." And what we are trying to do is to normalize the conversation around periods, right? First of all, in the sense that a guy should be able to, if a baby is stuck somewhere, should be able to tell the guy, "Go buy me pads," and it shouldn't be a problem for him to go. He shouldn't hide and wait and. It should be very, very normal. And apart from that, young girls, when they're growing up, parents who have daughters,
Have you ever forgotten the size?
you listen, parents who have
have a
daughters
story.
should start having conversations about menstrual health early in life, so that it's not a shock, so that kids are not. So that's basically what my week has been like. And the reason why I say that is somebody on the pod has to be woke.
Ayo Marcus, talk to Ayo
I will
Marcus
be woke.
direct.
Yeah, so that's how my week was.
Wait, I want to ask.
No, but I know about that.
Yeah.
You know about
I know pads.
You ever bought a lady piece?
I know about
I know.
Platinumz and all
You're
that.
not about Platinumz now, chick.
First of all, hold on. Do I know what?
Do you know what a tampon looks like?
Yeah, I fucking know how a tampon looks
What
like.
does it look like?
I mean, just like this.
Sorry.
Just like how?
That's how it looks like. This is like this.
I've never bought it.
Wait, see.
I've never bought it.
See, this is how a tampon looks like, right?
No, I've never bought it.
Have you ever
Tampon.
seen?
You're forgetting the string.
I mean, there's like a guy there, you know, like a guy that doesn't enter. So probably that's like a one you pull out.
That's a
So
friend
we
zone.
need a lot of
That's the friend
education.
zone.
It's called the friend zone. Okay, the person who I got to
What are
learn
you talking
tampons
about?
from told me.
Do you know what a tampon looks like?
Told me when you're removing it, you hold
know
the
what a
friend
tampon
zone.
No, I
looks
do.
like? Okay.
I think we all do.
Not like me who plays music. There is one for Caesar Man, which is leather.
There's a leather tampon.
There's a leather tampon.
You guys are going to apologize.
You never
get
listened
it?
to that song?
No, there's a song.
Yeah, of Caesar.
Yeah.
We can't sing it because YouTube, man, they'll cancel us.
Yeah, so Mutuza, I hope I answered your question. I know a tampon. Never bought one though. I have bought pads though.
Did you go to
think
the
about-
shop and send your biscuits?
Oh, you sent your border guy.
Or you
But
sent
there are some
your
things
border
I've never
guy?
been shy about when it gets to purchasing
And
them.
that's
Condoms are one of them.
Yeah.
I'll walk into the supermarket, the farmers, and be like, you know what?
I
Give
need
me
those
this.
babies. I need 6 packs of those.
Give me this, like you
Give me
point.
this.
Yeah.
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 I don't want to mention any of the names because none of them has paid. But you know, I'm like, give me this. You see, Humphrey's laughing, so he knows what I'm talking about.
No, you need to, yeah. Every
But
man
you
needs
guys,
to.
have you bought
Normalize
more HIV strips than condoms? Or more condoms than strips?
Are we supposed to be honest
don't
with
think
that
it-
question?
Yeah.
Let's
I don't
begin
think
with
it
Ayo
matters.
Marcus.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question mark about the
Strips.
The strips because I watched some video on TikTok and the guy was saying most of them show faulty results.
Nah.
I don't know about that.
This
Those
is
are the ones that
always
use.
big.
That's the thing. Come
I
to
like this
me.
information. I like it.
Yeah.
No, I
This is
saw
your
it somewhere
moment,
saying
because-
that
but
so
come
that
to me.
it. I don't know what the mention was, but I think people use them, and many people in Kampala use
Yeah, they
them
do.
just to test. I don't know.
So the thing.
Just to test.
guys like eating with their hands. I don't know.
What
why.
is that
Yeah.
strip?
I like it. I like it when such conversation, sure,
Yes,
because there are guys
because
out there who
who don't
actually
know.
And there's something you've mentioned that's very, very crucial. That a lot of the information we get is from sources that are not reliable and not
Yeah.
professional. TikTok is a very professional platform, yeah.
True.
And the person who shared it might just be somebody who wants views,
Making
and,
content.
Yeah, they are not a doctor. So for you to base an opinion about your life on that is something that we need to first check. That we need to be able to. When you get that information, you have medical friends, right?
Yeah.
Pick up a phone and call them, as opposed to chilling with
Just
your
not.
I don't want to call it ignorance, but with your lack of knowledge. Pick up a phone, call a doctor, ask him, Musao, I've seen this thing on TikTok. What do you think? Because we need to dispel all that information early. Otherwise, if you watch it and you keep quiet, now there's a guy who will watch it and actually go and act on it.
Or just
Yeah.
Faizo.
Yeah. So
Can I ask the same question you posed to me, to my inmate Mutuzo? Have you bought more testers than condoms? Or you bought more condoms than testers?
I've actually never bought a condom.
What?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Even
The
on
guy
the
usually buys it.
so-
Huh?
I think
no,
What was that question?
I just
Okay.
I'm sure there's
Just
have to-
abstains. That's
yeah,
it.
I just don't have sex.
there's a guy there who is about to start a rubber company.
Wait, Mutuzo, you said you abstain.
Yeah.
Or was that before?
Don't
I
ask
told
too
her
many
but after the
questions.
kid.
Don't ask too many questions.
I mean, wait.
Allow.
What did you
She's
ask?
abstaining.
Okay, cool.
I've not bought
Let it go.
condoms. I've also not necessarily bought test kits
There we go.
because
Yeah.
You don't engage very regularly, right?
not
What you
you
guys
know you don't have
answering?
to engage
Yeah.
very regularly
You have
for
to
you
do
to
it
like
even when you
even
don't.
like for 1 second you will get sick. But I got to an actual
Hospital.
Okay, yeah.
not to say that these don't work,
Yeah.
but I think preference. Also, I'm a coward. I can't prick myself, but I also have fears
I see.
about the whole saliva thing because
Yeah.
there's those tests that
Yeah, there are
you
those
can
that-
use saliva, but I also can't prick myself. I'm a coward.
So you'd rather go to the
yeah, I
hospital.
would rather
That's
go to
okay.
a hospital
Yeah.
where I know someone else can do all that for me. But
Okay.
You guys,
yeah, other than that, I am abstaining.
Great. Perfect.
have you ever been in that awkward situation where it is now time to introduce
Shut
the
the
point
fuck
of testing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you don't know how to do it. Like the night has been nice, sweet.
Yeah.
The girl is like,
Michelle.
yes, she's in. And now she's
need
like,
to-
yeah, I can't go home. It's far. What you know those lies they use.
Uh-huh.
So she comes to your place.
They are
And
not
now
lies,
it's time.
far.
First, go on.
not
Continue.
telling
First,
the
continue your
story.
train of thought. You're going to lose it. First,
So
continue. Mhm.
I even forgot it.
Ah. Exactly what I knew.
No,
I knew exactly what I was going to happen.
Let me pick you up. You're
Say.
explaining how you're trying to convince this person to do.
So,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, fine. I think back at campus, the first time I proposed, yeah. Now, me, I used to work in a pharmacy in my Essex fac, so it was easy. Like buying them, it was easy because these were my people. Like I'm in the pharmacy, just give me the stock, I go. Yeah. So the
you are
first
the
time,
client.
I think I had a woman in my space, and I had to introduce that topic
Testing,
of, you
yeah.
know what, maybe because now me at campus, I didn't even believe in condoms. Like in my head, I was like, if
Yeah.
HIV can enter you and stay until you die, how is just a small condom going to stop? So in my head, I had that thing of, yes, a condom, but I also want to know.
Oh, you need to be double
Wag
sure.
one,
You
you
need
get.
two-factor authentication.
You want to be outside.
So the girl comes, we go back to hostel. Nana, what? And now I didn't even know how to introduce the whole.
Testing.
Kati, you know how you're making out, you know that part of you're making out, you're with a babe, and then you can't tell her, let me pause, get the condom or whatever. You're making out, and then down there, you're like, let me get something, what.
You
So she
touch.
notices I'm struggling. So like, hey, what's up? Let me help you. Yeah. So like, let me help you. What? She gets up the bed to like lift the bed.
Comes under the bed.
Where'd you put your shit?
Continue.
Open the bed like Sabra.
Government condom, the pink one.
You had the big guys.
Oh, you didn't have it. You didn't have it.
What occurred? What was it? I'm very curious. to know.
Cockroaches.
What happened? What happened?
Let me tell you guys something. In Nana also, there's a time in my career, I think around 2014 or 15, around there was a bedbug infestation in the entire
Worse
one
than I
big
imagined.
God, bro.
So remember during that time, those things they don't show. So I've hidden all my stash there. What guys? Up to now, actually, the phobia I have for bed bugs came from that day.
From 0 to 0.
You did not have it before.
No,
I
but
didn't
there-
know about bed bugs before.
You may not have-
Also, the moment at which you encountered
the first time I encountered bed bugs was at campus. Before
That's
that,
deadly, man.
we
That's
didn't
not
have
a
bed
good
bugs.
time.
Did you ever get to, finish business with that chick? Ever?
Really,
I
that's
don't-
your concern.
now
I know. I think you should. I think you should
tell you guys
chill.
now the story.
I think you should chill that story.
Yeah.
I think you should chill
Okay,
it now.
it's alright.
Le-
I apologize.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay.
I apologize.
But at least I'm happy. I'm happy that we're having the conversation, about condoms and all this shit and sex and whatever.
But I've liked one thing. You guys are so remorseful. You have to be like the Moors. No apology.
Listen, I don't think we can afford.
If the owner
not
of this
be
country
appreciated.
can apologize, who are you?
Thank you.
Who are you?
Thank you very much.
The owner has come out and said, guys.
Excuse me. I think you missed an S. The owners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My
the
bad.
owners.
Okay, I apologize.
But was it an apology?
When your
Exactly.
parents apologize, is it an apology or
Those
not?
guys
No,
were
no,
just.
no.
Don't you
I
move
They
on?
were
What do you
praying.
think happened?
It was a prayer.
It was a prayer. They were reading a prayer, guys.
And they were saying.
But why is everybody
doesn't
saying it was an apology?
I
They
think
say
it's
we are-
Because it had elements of apologizing. I think it was like, Lord, thank you for today. I pray.
But he said, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for what I did to Faizo. But it's in.
But you're not telling Faizo, you're telling God.
I'm telling God.
It was a prayer. You need to watch, actually. It
what?
was
I think it
a
was a
read
Thanksgiving.
prayer. First of all, I have a problem with the fact that it was a written
That's not a problem.
Apology.
Speech.
I don't think that's
When
a
you're
problem.
old, my friend, you
Let
can't
me
keep
tell
shit
you.
in your head.
Yeah, it's not
What
easy
is
to get
so-
things out of your head.
What is
But
so
Piper,
scientific
you have
about
seen the
an
body
apology?
language.
If it's going to be heartfelt, sometimes you sit down and you write. It's like vows.
Anyway,
They come from your heart, but you can write them down.
No, but
Just
guys, the
far
body
as I am-
language was different. When you write
Exactly.
down something and you are reading
You
it,
feel
your
it.
body language is completely different.
So what do you
if
think
we
of
are talking about the same people I'm thinking about right now,
Yes.
if you look at that video, the body language, bro, it was proper reading. Nguju wa Thiongo.
Because let me tell you something. It's like me
The lion and the
writing
jewel.
my
That's it.
prayer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I write my prayer,
Johan.
then I come and give you the,
No, like BA.
Hey. Oh, man.
and then I come and hand you my prayer that I wrote, and you have to read to the people.
But
You
whose
get
idea
my
was
point.
that?
I don't know whose idea it was, but the fact that we have
it should be
me,
Mama's.
that was
because
that
she's
wasn't
so
an
prayerful.
And
for me
nonetheless,
that
guys,
wasn't an apology.
It wasn't an apology.
It was a prayer. People decided to read
To-
for us a
yeah.
prayer, and they prayed at the end of the thing. We said amen, and let everyone move on. What
So you
do
don't feel
mean?
like they were remorseful? They didn't like.
No. Did you watch that video?
Because
I did.
if we are to
And
ask,
you saw remorse?
if they are going to apologize, I believe they have all the resources and the ability to
Actually,
call the
apologize.
people they are going to apologize to. They should have been represented.
That means releasing a lot of arrested people.
there's something Piper had brought in the conversation in regards
it is
to
not
parents. Do your African parents ever apologize?
Never. Where have
Parents?
you?
Parents
What
have
in
gone
you?
far.
Where did you live?
I think
Do women never apologize, guys?
Yes.
What the hell? Yeah,
apologize.
okay. Yes, but we're talking about
Women
do not
don't
apologize
apologize
in clothes.
verbally.
Let me
You
ask,
end up apologizing.
you want an
turns
apology or
around.
not?
An apology
Or
is
you're
an
more
apology
concerned
anyway.
by how the apology comes?
I might
Like,
say no.
That's the power
Let me
women
tell
have
you.
over us. Like, you know,
Actually, I will say this, and people should not have me for it. But I do believe women apologize if they normally, like, I apologize
I'm sorry.
normally. I am sorry, I did that.
Maybe are women in your life, bro.
what?
Listen,
Go on.
they apologize to you like that if they believe you deserve it.
So
And if they believe you don't deserve it, how do they
have
apologize?
they ever
They
believed
shouldn't.
that you deserve an apology?
So you've never
Constantly.
given an apology naked?
No.
first of all, listen.
If
First of all, no.
by the way,
I think yes, that's true. But I think
what was
I think-
couldn't
What was
read that far.
Women-
That far.
women-
I couldn't read
what
it just so
the
yellow.
words, the hardest.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
If you want, take it. If you don't want,
It's okay.
And I don't know if you guys have
Also,
seen those TikTok
Personally, I
videos.
apologize. Like I actually
Where?
because
Okay,
first
fine.
of all, I
For
know
Mutuzo, yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, but Mutuzo,
that's true.
Mutuzo, you're not the average woman. For starters, you're not the average woman.
I am better.
no, you're ready
No,
to
yeah,
we
that's
ascertain
different,
that
right?
you're not an average woman in the
Yeah.
last
We ascertain
episode.
you don't own
forgotten
pumps.
that.
But also, there's very many TikTok videos I've seen where, so this guy, the husband and the wife, right? So the husband brings a sheet of paper and he tells the woman, read these words. The first word is some complex word like onomatopoeia or juxtaposition. And then I'm sorry, she's like, it's supposed to be a joke, like a running gag, but that's actually it. Women cannot say I'm sorry.
Women don't
and
say
it's
that.
not so much that they don't feel remorse or they're not sorry or whatever, but it's just that saying I'm sorry means giving up certain power.
To them.
Apologize, but basically that's the truth. Apologizing is giving up power, which is why even in these owners of Uganda, when they were saying these things, white
They
people
were
didn't feel.
shaking.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
They couldn't
You saw
believe
they were
it.
trembling. It wasn't easy.
But can we agree on one thing as guys? Something Micheline put across. And I don't know if you guys are up for this discussion. Does it matter if the apology is delivered action-wise or word-wise?
No, it matters.
For the guys,
It
which
matters.
one would you go for, Piper? Would you rather your apology is put in an action way or
naked?
I'm sorry, Piper, I'm sorry, my love, blah, 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 whatever the fuck they want to use in terms of diction? Which one would you go for?
Action is when she comes naked. Definitely.
So you prefer that?
So why are you
But I
Okay.
think
Marcus, what do you think?
for me,
Which
I
one would you
believe
prefer?
it starts verbally. So from verbal, then it
There are those
goes
who have
to
no
action.
verbal word. They just walk
during
in and they
the
start.
wordplay.
No, that's not an apology.
That's not an apology.
You're
That's an
bribing.
action.
And
You-
listen, after he has
bribing.
comedy, then he's like, oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
No, please. Yeah, that's emotional.
But it's still an apology.
No, it's not.
Wait,
No, it's not.
it's Bernard. Maybe Aine hasn't
That's not
laid
an
it down
apology.
properly.
I believe you're just making up for your mistakes.
No.
You're not
That's
apologizing.
what women do.
This is just
That's
delivering
my
the
whole point.
apology in a better way. Like, would you rather? Okay,
See, even
let's
Michelle
say,
is at the loss of words.
hypothetically,
She knows
guys.
the truth.
Hypothetically, hypothetically, this is not true. Hypothetically, Gloria Bougie pissed you off. Yeah.
Gloria Bougie.
Yeah. Let's say, actually, hypothetically, Winnie Nwaji pissed you off. Ban it,
yeah.
And she comes to like, you know what? I have to apologize to what?
But who is she to
To
me?
Mr. B. Yeah.
Who is she to me?
Your situation.
No,
It's a
I need to
situation. It's like a
understand.
situation.
Okay, go on.
It's
go
like
on.
a situation.
Go on.
Hypothetically, yeah.
Okay.
So now she's like, okay, you know what, Bannon, come over. What I want to apologize and all that.
All right.
I understand what I did was wrong and all that. Yeah. So you come, you walk in here, you see her, and she's like in a two-piece.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to walk away?
Of course not.
Exactly.
It
That's what I'm
doesn't change the
saying.
fact that she hasn't apologized.
I don't know.
So
The
if-
apology
okay,
is
fine.
coming.
Let's
because I'm still talking.
Continue with the script.
I'm still continuing.
Okay, carry on.
So long story short, you're like in the second round. Yeah? And she's like, oh, by the way, Bernard,
You know what emotional blackmail is?
I'm sorry. I'm coming.
Guys, you're trying to overthink it. So, guys, last week.
You see how they deflect.
That's how they
But
Guys,
it's okay.
I saw a video somewhere. A woman made a man apologize to her
For something she did.
for her dreaming that this man was cheating.
Because why was he cheating in that dream? Anyway, guys, like, you're overthinking. We don't have time. Do you guys ever remember? Thingy was the French president was shoved.
Sarkozy.
Slapped. I don't. The video, but by his wife, right?
She hasn't apologized, by the way.
You don't know that. Do you?
She might apologize.
She embarrassed him in front of
Might have
all
made it
of
up.
us.
She would have apologized in front of all
All
of the
of us.
cameras.
By the way,
Because she embarrassed him in front of all
In
of
front of the
us.
camera.
That she owes the
This is the
apology. As
president.
in, she owes the apology to him, not to you.
No, she actually even owes the apology to the French people. Because
That's their
she
president.
smacked their president.
By the way,
Woman-
there are two things: is apologizing and making it up. I can come and bash
think
your
that
I
you
can
can
bash your
make it
car
up.
and I fail to apologize, but I
But
take
I
it to
make
the
it up.
mechanic
Yeah.
and they fix it.
Yeah. Actually,
boy
yeah.
is intelligent.
I
Now
think,
that's a
I
whole
think,
other
I
argument.
think actually.
they organized.
So
the
what you're
guys
trying to
facing
say
one or
is,
the other.
if it was in public, she ought have to come out in public and
Yes, and
apologize.
apologize.
But if it's in the bedroom, she made it up.
Okay, so
Anyway, guys. So it has made the
been-
world
yeah.
literally raw. Like everyone is talking about it. Da, 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 da. But this is why I bring it up. I am so tired of the whataboutism that people display when such things come up, right? A man was shoved. Why are you people trying to make it about the women? Oh, cut the women are quiet. Cut the women, the feminists are quiet. Oh, Ugandan feminists, why are you quiet? The president was shoved.
Wait,
Bro.
there are some people who twisted the story to that extent.
They're always, come on,
I can
they're
tell
always
you,
there. They're always
they
there.
are always
They're
there.
always
Like
there.
something, and
Like where
no, I
feminists,
am
when
not
men are being beaten,
defending
they always say
her.
that. Yeah.
I am not defending her
Yeah.
before you people try to twist my words. I am just saying something happened. There is no way your brain is telling you that the first people that you want to attack
Feminists.
are the feminists. Tell the woman.
Feminists have suffered.
They have
Bambi,
suffered.
yeah. You can't like
both figuratively.
go to
Something
your
happens to a
account.
woman, feminist.
Exactly.
Something happens to a man.
My point is, we cannot fight for the entire world.
Yeah.
We are not. What army fights for the entire world?
You're not the UN.
We are not the UN, okay?
You had that like on lock, like
he's a very
there.
smart guy. We are not the UN.
You need to cut that out. Eh?
No.
Cut it out so I can circulate
they
it
should hire
in
you.
my family WhatsApp group.
They think I was like the UN.
I need to circulate those small.
But feminists
Yeah.
are not the UN.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me a woman is beaten. Where are the feminists? Where are the feminists? A man is beaten. Oh my God, Ugandan feminists are quiet. Why are you not talking? What the hell is wrong with your mouth? Or your fingers? Or your accounts? Or your... I do not know. Do something other than looking for Ugandan feminists. We are not your mothers.
I saw it in a
I
different
just wanted
angle.
to rant a little bit there.
Like I saw it in a different angle. These are people we look up to. These are people we admire.
Yes.
But then those are lessons that teach us that we are still humans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always.
The reaction
Yeah.
calls for an action. So before we start defending women, men, and what, we need to first ask ourselves what caused that. And it's normal couples to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But by fight, it doesn't mean like box.
I'm all good. I'm just waiting for you guys to reach the nothing serious part. Then I'll jump into the conversation.
You
You're all
understand?
being too
Very
serious.
serious.
You're all being too serious.
So
That nigga's face
we
was smart,
may
bro.
be here. Even the prayer that came about by it should have brought it should have been because of
A fight.
the side. No, the other side to say let's do a prayer because the other one is a prayerful person. So all those things happen because of parties. What's going on? What called for that? What caused that? What made these
But
guys fight?
do you know one
By
thing
the
I
way,
learned?
I
Do
want
you know one
to-
thing I learned from this whole thing? Man, it doesn't matter who you are or what office you're in or what, how powerful you are or how much money you have. Man, a woman will always smack the shit out of you when they need to put you in line.
True.
I'm telling you.
Derek,
It doesn't matter what the fuck you do, who you are. I don't care whether you sit in a gold toilet. If
I
a
know-
woman is going to slap you,
You like being smart?
she...
You like being smart?
do you like being smacked?
Am I next to him?
I like to take my punishments the way they come in.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. You know what's going to happen, yeah?
that's
Don't even think about it. We promise we're going to be...
Let me tell you, I am about to slap you.
By the
And I'm not even joking.
Don't kill his
Because you just said it. It doesn't matter what office
But it's the fact.
you are.
A
Then
woman
I will come.
smack you.
I will come and smack
But do you know that if a woman has so much money and they're in a relationship with a guy, the guy cannot even think about raising one finger?
Like you, for example.
It's a lie. What happened?
Which relationship? Which one? Money, yes, but which relationship?
But the first hold up, because there's someone who's single.
You're going
But me, I believe in life.
I know.
In life, we have friends who can calm you down, and there are friends who can escalate some things.
And Aina is the friend that will escalate things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I just wanted
even
to-
you be all at home, you might have two people who can say, "Now sit down." Even if you're
That is
right,
true.
even if you're right, and
You calm down.
you calm down.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. Absolutely.
So for the French president reaching that level, maybe there is a lot of mistakes he would have done,
Yeah.
but that woman has been
Guys,
a
we
check.
don't know. We don't know.
Guys. I wanted to talk about the thing that you just said before
commend
I
his composure
forget
or
it.
him? Me or him?
No, him. Before I forget it, that in issues of
Love.
DV, right? It is very, very wrong that in my opinion, by the way, I think it is very, very wrong that we feel like when these things happen
To men?
men,
To whichever,
women,
yeah.
whoever, because I don't think man or woman either should be beaten. Of course, besides you, Dasha, but because you, anyway,
special
I
case.
don't think, he's a special case. I don't think that the first question that we should be asking ourselves is what caused it or what happened or what did, like,
Let's give it context.
Let's get context. A man beat up a woman. No.
What did she do to deserve it?
Let us get the other side. What did she do? Or in this case, the president is shoved or slapped, and we are asking, no. What did? For me, I think from the very get-go, And in very many instances where we see DV happening with
Gender-based violence. People don't know
Domestic
DV.
violence.
I
Okay, yeah.
feel usually when we use such words like the videos
very
are
yeah.
so I feel like the mistake that we do most times, and that in that moment it is important to eventually ask why, what caused this, what happened, but in that moment when these things are happening, your first reaction should not be what did you do.
Yeah.
I think the first reaction should be this needs to
Let's deal with this
we
now.
need to deal with this now, not wakozechi, what did you do, where did you get my point? Yeah. So even on social media, and like most times I will be so mad and like I'll probably just abuse you and move on, but it is something happened and what did she do to make him this angry? You get, I know it's a very important question and we should always ask that question, but in that moment the focus should be on this needs to stop and it should never happen, because I should never beat you or you should never feel like I can raise my hand and slap you.
I have just one question, and it's a yes or no answer for each of you. Are you into BDSM?
No.
Yes or no? Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, first explain BDSM.
No, he knows it.
We also cannot explain BDSM because YouTube will cut down the video.
Yeah.
Like exactly what you
Are you into it?
Views 1 hour so far.
No, 40 minutes. Sure. 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
no, not at
but you
all.
all know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Are you into it? Are you into it?
Absolutely not.
But she doesn't know what it is. So she
I know
knows.
exactly what it is. I do not like pain in any way.
Are you into it?
Yeah.
I am so very into it. Are you into it?
Absolutely.
So if they chopped off
moving
your
on.
beard, Jibikawa.
Fuck off, bro.
Yeah,
Moving
that's a form
on.
of
You were going to say
BDSM.
something.
That's
You were going to
painful.
say something.
That's very
Wait,
painful.
what I was asking
Too
is,
painful.
if the roles had been reversed, who do you think would be the French president right now?
What do you mean?
If the scenario had been, because obviously
If
he's not
it
the
was-
president right now.
If
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He
His
wouldn't be
face.
president.
If the
like you
roles
get what it's like
had
if
been
it was
reversed.
him who smacked, it would be a different
Who do
combat.
you think? Who would you want to be the next French president?
the
Who
next
you
French
prefer?
president.
It would really be a big issue.
He would definitely lose.
Yeah.
You would lose, yeah.
Because he has a huge female audience as well.
Yeah. No, he does. He does. He's a likable fella.
I hate him.
No, I don't mind him.
I don't
know.
like
So can we
him,
not talk
Very
about
chill,
less
chill
serious
guy.
topics like that topics that are not serious, like baby pool?
Let me tell you. Linda, shh.
Better
then
call
again,
is
guys.
not a
Not at all.
Oh, to my Kenyan audience,
Yeah.
Habari, Muzuri, what else?
You're greeting.
So guys, we are told.
And reply.
Okay.
I got this story. Please confirm whether it's right or not. Kenyan MP asks government to allow Meru constituents to milk elephants and giraffes as hotels were given land to construct in Meru National Park. So this is what the guy said. Your Excellency, we know that Meru National Park is a great blessing from God. But I have been wondering why people love goats, sheep and cows. It's because they get milk from them, which they consume and sell. He then went on to suggest that if elephants and giraffes could be milked, it might help offset the damage caused by these animals and offer residents a new source of income, especially in the face of rising milk prices. So guys, Ugandans, if you're out there in Kenya around Meru, keep in mind
The variety of milk.
the milk in the fridge. They're going to now imagine you enter you're in Meru, you enter a supermarket, you go to their fridge.
There's fun milk.
It's not just goat milk or cow milk or rabbit milk. I think they also do rabbits already.
All mammals, right?
You say
Produce
no
milk,
mammals produce milk.
right?
Yes, they do,
yeah,
but
so-
like the whole milking bit.
The milking bit. I mean, as
How
long as
do
you,
those
you
niggas
milk a
milk
rabbit?
rabbits?
as long
I
as
think they must.
as long-
They use machines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys,
But
how
then
would you
what's
milk?
puzzling me is
As long
Kenya
as you
has
find-
been a milk leading producing
yeah,
country.
yeah.
They
but
used
the
to supply
prices
even
are
us with milk. Why elephants?
Yeah,
Climate change.
It's called
Climate change,
diversification
Animals
and also
are no
climate
longer
change.
feeding well the way
Yeah.
they used to. So that
Things are changing. They have to
there'll
find
be reduction
alternatives.
in the liters of
That
milk.
the milk we have been getting from cows and goats is no longer enough.
But you guys-
Can we get other options? We
me
have
ask
so
you-
many animals.
Let me
Okay,
ask
would you
something.
take elephant milk?
Do you know
Would you?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, if it's
Oh
healthy
my
for the
God,
person,
Bill.
yes.
how
If
would
it's
you
healthy for a human
milk
being.
an elephant? Is
tell
the
you.
first question. Like, have you
You
seen
guys
an elephant?
realize.
If giraffe milk is going to add on my height,
Why not, bro? Why not? Why the fuck not? You guys, are you serious? Why the hell not? You guys, let me tell you something. The things you guys eat.
I want that bit.
Oh my God, Marcus
But that would be dope, though. Yeah.
giraffe milk
elephant milk is going
make
to
you
add
taller.
on
Why not?
If basically, guys, Kenyans, we know you're pissed, we know you're mad, but imagine they told you that giraffe milk you're going to be drinking is going to make you taller.
Why not?
why not, bro?
I think that.
But let me tell you something I have noticed about B-Wall. B-Wall has never
Said no.
said no.
Yeah, I'm an open-minded.
Actually,
Like,
the first
I
time I
don't
met
know.
B-Wall with a friend, we talked. I told, this is a white man in a black body.
He has never. Like, B-Wall.
White man.
You know what that means? That means
so-
one.
no,
half.
no. What, no. Now, don't cut one. What I meant is, B-Wall is, an African man is so rigid, there are some things which have to stay the way they are. You're so open-minded.
Don't accept.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight. I'm going to fight.
That man needs to apologize to you.
No, but like B-Wall is so progressive that not just in
There's
the
no relax-
fundamental things, right? Like he's so progressive.
You know-
Like for me, I am progressive in the fundamental things, right? What?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I can't even eat rabbit meat. I can't eat turkey meat. I am so conservative when it comes to my food.
But you eat the other meat.
Oh yeah.
So
wait.
That one that got you scratching your head is the one we
You
talking
said
about.
yes.
And the way you said yes, it was on the top list. You're like, yeah, any day, anytime.
I said I want the
human
beings.
original conservative
Well,
meat, and I think
listen.
it's also part of the
I
conservative
think
the
meat.
original meat.
you know what me I think.
So yeah.
I think because if you read a lot and you travel a lot, there are certain things you realize. And I'm not saying anything about anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for example, you see in Uganda here.
Wow, bro,
We eat, you calm down. The wicked run before their chest.
Point there, the same.
But you see in Uganda, yeah, when you go to the market, there are things you see and you take it as normal that these are things we enjoy. Now there's a certain part in the world where they see those things and they're poisonous. But we are alive, they are alive. There are things we see they think are poisonous. For example, snakes. There are parts in this world where snakes are a delicacy and they're okay. But you come to parts in Uganda and you're like, a snake. But if you traveled and went to that place and they served you a snake minus telling you with like ginat paste and you enjoy it, then they tell you it's a snake. You'd be like, it's not that bad. So travel more, read more. You'll get progressive.
Wow.
Yes.
That's how you're selling.
That's how you're selling.
So that's why you're selling
Wait. I have an objection.
Bring me Haina milk.
I have an objection. Does this apply on all aspects of life or just food?
Most actually.
Then why
As
do you
Mutuzo said,
still
most.
only want big bummed women?
Do you remember me telling you one time here?
Why does
that-
what?
He only wants big bummed women.
Correct
You
him.
have it
Please,
wrong. You
correct
have
him.
it wrong.
Correct him.
What did
I'm listening.
People,
Correct him.
actually, he's the
I'm
one
listening.
that said he does not have a type.
I don't discriminate.
No, but you have a preference though, and your preference.
That's okay.
is a
That's
big
okay.
bummed woman.
Yes, that's a preference.
Yeah, that's
That's a
fine.
preference.
That's fine.
But the rest
But
is
he's
left to your
saying
feelings.
that
How you
he
feel at
doesn't
that
It's
have
the
moment.
90th
a
minute. I
type.
need a goal. Whether it's a keeper scoring, I don't care. We score. We need a goal.
So anything that comes in the 90th minute, kila kitu, twende.
Like he made it so clear. He
Let's
doesn't
get
have
it,
a
baby.
type.
Basically, you and Diamond.
Hey, we're
You are
parents.
cut from
That's
the
my
same
guy.
place.
That's my guy. That's my guy. It's just that
Mr. Diamond Platinum.
I wasn't lucky to go to Ntungamo.
Ntungamo.
I should have met him. That's my guy.
I wanted us to get someone from
I
there.
like the way you parents.
I look for guys.
Oh
I
my God.
failed. Like no one wants to
I like
come
the way you parents, man.
and talk about it on the pod. But anyway, guys, for those of you who do not know, we did have. Okay, so we had this thing that was happening in Itungamo, and this thing had a concert attached to it, and this concert had a headlining artist who was not Ugandan, because most of the times when you've been in Uganda, you've seen all these Ugandan artists, you've seen them at weddings, introductions, you've seen them at the bar. So if you're paying some good money to attend a concert or any of that thing, it would be nice to see an international artist that you don't see all the time. And this international artist happened to be Diamond. This is Diamond Platinum from Tanzania. But after the concert, after the show, a lot of people have come up in arms, some against the act.
Especially our local artists.
Especially our Ugandan musicians. Whereas others are like, oh man, what the hell? Like, you guys are not worth it. You're not as big as Diamond. So in short, this is what happened. Diamond was flown into the country.
That nigga.
After that, was put on a chopper, flown to Ntungamo, went on stage, performed.
That's my kind of guy.
Lit up the niggas. Then after, got cash.
Received his paycheck on the bus.
Yeah. And then, and then here comes a Ugandan musician. Humphrey, you'll play this video for these guys, yeah? So then here comes a Ugandan musician. I will not mention his name because he's called Kenzo. Here comes a Ugandan musician. And he goes online and he goes on TV, does all these interviews, and he says, you know what? Why don't we just play the video?
Yeah.
The 750M is a
ebyo byonna ebyokunafuya kulaga nti wano tewali makulu omanyi kankubuulire ekibi kyogerwako enkolo si mmere ebyo ebintu byabaddemu ejjoogo tweyanziza nnyo okuleeta omugenyi ajje tumwaniriza era tumwagala nnyo yeebale naye ate tolinnya nnyo bantu ku mutwe okitegedde
Eddy bw'ogenda e Tanzania ne babikolera bino gw'obigaana
my friend nze Tanzania nayimbayo Dar es Salaam nenyimba ne mu byalo ebye Tanzania bampisaako awe mutukula ne bantwala after Bukoba ne banyingiza mu byalo nenyimba eyo nakayimba yo bashonga satu mu byalo byeyo mu Tanzania omwo ne bu video bajje buli naye tukuba kuba nnyo bantu tibane ndi eno anyway simanyi kyakugamba but waliwo embeera etaali nnungi anyway nga naffe tulina okujja tulage nti omanyi 256 map yaffe sogerera muntu yenna bubi but byalimu embeera etaali nnungi from the start like mwe temwaliyo mu negotiation ne twali twanyiganyiga dda
ekyo kisobola okuconcludinga kye twalabiddeko Dr. Jessica Chameleone ng'asazaamu performance it could be one of the reasons
Chameleone yabavumaavuma ddaabo
nga yabitegedde ekijja
nidda ndowoozera mu negotiations eyo saaliyo nekirekera balina bwe bameesingira up naga twali eriweewe bwe bityo byalimu ejjoogo naye nga it's okay we have fenga eggwanga twafunyeemu yeebale kujja n'abategesi beebale kumuleeta kasita things are it's okay.
Is he worth it? Because let me
Kenzo.
Let me.
What
I want
Kenzo is.
The money they
Kenzo,
gave
because
them
let us
on.
be honest. Kenzo has. There's that BET award people keep shoving in our faces
it's a
all the
Grammy
time
nominee.
or whatever, and like in my opinion, my very humble opinion, let's be honest. Diamond is much, much bigger than Kenzo.
Yeah.
And I might not be that conversant with the entertainment industry, but I know that every entertainer has their red card, right?
Yeah.
You as Kenzo, or Sabia million zo, I don't know, whatever amount. Bazikuwade.
Yes.
Diamond asked BBA chopper, blah, 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 Babimuwade. Now, on the day of the event, you find out that the other person
Asked for
has
ABCD.
a better red card and different conditions. All of a sudden, you are now being a child. Oliku TikTok, Oliku TV, radio. Oh my God, but Jose, bro, you had a red card. For me, that video is about an old man throwing a tantrum. Like, next time, negotiate better.
Perfect.
Next time,
Can I
have
supplement?
a better red card.
According to me, Eddy Kenzo is being a crybaby that he has been for the longest time.
Exactly.
There's anyone who is not even supposed to be commenting about how an artist is being treated, it should be Eddy Kenzo.
Why is this?
For starters, I personally appreciate Eddy Kenzo for his craft, for his work and everything he has done. But like Mutuzo has mentioned, if you cannot bargain according to the red card that you feel you suit, then don't show up.
Don't take the deal.
Dr. Jose Chameleone had artwork printed. He was supposed to be in Ntungamo. He had a show in Kigali nonetheless. From Kigali to Ntungamo, it wouldn't have even taken 2 hours. He could have done that. But he probably asked for his demands and they couldn't meet them and he cancelled the show. Eddy Kenzo was on ground. If he felt like he was so undermined and so pissed and felt like he also wanted the chopper, amidst everything they have done for him as an artist, amidst everything, he would have, packed his bags and said, you know what? Now that I've found out that this is what Platinumz is getting, I am done.
Take
I
your
have
personal
gone.
money.
Yes, but I can assure you, given the connections Eddy Kenzo has made in this government, for lack of a better institutional word, I can guarantee you there is nothing Eddy Kenzo must have asked for and they didn't give him, or try to reach his satisfaction, because he wouldn't have been there. Why isn't Bebe Cool arguing? You think Bebe Cool didn't want to be flown? Why isn't he arguing?
But you see, I want to correct something that you just said. In my opinion, that thing of if he had reached there and he found out that she's getting this and this and this, he should have walked away. I still think it is wrong, because let me tell you, like the gigs that we get, right? You come and negotiate with me. We are all different. You come and negotiate with me. I tell you, I want 2 million. B-Wall says he wants 3. You agree to negotiations happen or whatever. When we start the gig and then B-Wall tells me, oh, by the way, me I get 2.8, I cannot now throw a tantrum because B-Wall values himself better
Also,
or higher than
taking
me.
an example of West Africa, Eddy Kenzo is a very huge export to West Africa.
Absolutely.
But he's fucking Ugandan. Do you know how many artists could have thought about, arguing around the things that Eddy Kenzo has asked for or how much he has been paid while he's
West
there?
Africa.
Patrick Salvador is a very good example. He has made it very clear that the reason why he no longer performs in this country is because no one can afford to give him $1,000.
And that's the point. That's what
And now
Eddy
he's
Kenzo
saying
was
when
making.
he goes to Nigeria, he's able to earn $1,000 or $1,500.
And that was
there are
it.
comedians in Nigeria who cannot get that, but they have not come out to complain and rant.
It's
This
just
is
an
an
art
art business.
that's
What
how
you
we-
ask for as your red card is what you get. If I have an event and Aaron
Relax,
Marcus
Pino.
asks me for one
Relax,
M and
Pino,
I give it to him, there is no reason why DJ Piper is going to come and start complaining because he asked me for 500k. Let's move.
By the way, see what's happening in the DJ industry. The challenge. You see how selector J pulls out.
eyo makasi mwamwada eyo makasi yagambye njagala kakade njagala nyonyi njagala kino ne kino
bamuwa.
ntugamba
bamuwa.
eyo makasi tetutera mula
the problem is
banyo
here.
international artist
I
headliner katumuwe.
The problem we are having is here. Eddy Kenzo is not against whatever Diamond asked.
Are you sure? He
But-
said
but-
no.
but-
No, the jogo is not on Diamond. That Diamond disrespected us.
I feel,
It's why is it our promoters are able to carry that big bag of money and give it to someone else. Yet for us here, craft-wise, they can't give us something close to that. Let me give you a scenario. When I analyze that situation of Diamond is one. You know, when people are going to have introduction ceremonies and people are going to visit homes, they normally come and paint the front house.
Visitors are coming.
When visitors are coming, there's a situation we put around home and do all those things. We slash
You
whatever.
busy,
we've
man,
done.
you busy.
No, now,
When a new
now
baby
the
is
whole
coming
thing
to
is,
your place,
You clean.
do we have all the facilities that could have taken that guy on land to go there?
no.
Then what were we hiding to fly him?
That's what he requested.
No, wait.
Come on,
the
man.
technical rider doesn't come to that because again, when he was flown to Ntungamo, he was flown with an artist from Rwanda. Don't you think our industry needed someone from here to sit with that man, pick that
Or be with
1
them.
hour flight from Kampala to Ntungamo?
For the
Has
No,
Diamond Platinumz performed in Kampala before?
For the op-
Why hasn't he ever gotten a chopper from Entebbe Airport to one of these buildings
wait,
in Kampala?
those arrangements.
that has
By the
an
way, when
inside?
you see- when
They
you
still
see where
use road
it's-
transport.
wait,
This
when
goes
it's-
back to bargaining
Wait.
power.
Wait.
I never know the bargaining power. Like, even when you see where that chopper landed, there is another white chopper which was besides that chopper. Meaning there is someone who went in a chopper as well, beyond the chopper Diamond came in. But to go beyond that, there's what they call technical rider. That comes with the technicality. Me, I'll give you a scenario. There is a show I performed at last year. I don't know how these things are called where people step to clean windows of skyscrapers. Do you know we the DJs were put to perform from that?
What the hell?
Yes. So that is a technical rider. Where are you putting the artist? What is the hospitality rider? You understand? And one thing Eddy Kenzo has to understand, if that was a government project, he's a minister.
His wife.
Even him, he's a presidential advisor. But also, he's also a presidential advisor. Meaning if the government is going to summon all officials to go, over Ayagala,
He has to go.
Okay, so
no, you get it from that. That's why you see people like
Catherine Kusasira Yabadeo.
You think everyone is going?
And that's what I'm saying. His argument of saying because it was a government event, Eddy Kenzo has to be there. Catherine
No. He's actually on your side. He's saying.
I'm saying.
Kenzo is a government employee. Diamond Platinum is not.
Okay.
When government says all of you guys are going to Chankwanzi, all of you go. Whether
if you're taking you in a Costa, are
you saying that's why maybe
that goes back to my point that some of us,
if he was so pissed,
that goes back to my point that we the creatives in this country, we have somehow surrendered our own power to some things.
Do you have any power anyway?
We don't have power. So I don't see why he's complaining when someone has built. Let me tell you, when Diamond was going to do something in Nairobi, he flew to South Africa in a private jet, picked his kids. It was his daughter's birthday. Brought her this side. So he has built that standard. You have been moving around this country in a car. That is the standard.
All of a sudden, you want
a chopper.
You know what, guys?
Now Marcus is coming back.
No, that's what they are. I've been on your side. Because let me tell you, Aina, there is what I was trying to explain to you. There is a technical rider. There is someone who's going to say, I'm going to use my band. I need a piano like this.
I need to execute my job.
In ears like this is how I want my monitor. I'm going to do my sound check at this. I need 500 bottles of water. It has to be this. I need white towels. That is all when you're booking. That is in his technical rider. Then he will tell you, in his hospitality rider, I sleep in a 5-star hotel. Which 5-star hotel is in Intungam? So if he's going to sleep in that, the moment you drive him there to bring him back again to sleep in a 5-star hotel, it is impossible.
So it is
the easiest way is to use a chopper.
So that doesn't
But for you,
it doesn't.
you can sleep in a hotel in Intungamo.
You can sleep in 4-star because you've slept there already.
So guys,
so it goes back to branding and demands. You see, Bana could have come again next time, but he has a charge. Bana refused to perform in Asia, that's Dubai, because they don't accept contraband. And for him, he deals with that. It was worth 4 million. So if someone can say 4 million, I can't work for 4 million because you can't offer me this.
Let me add another point there before Bernard calls, just a small point. By the way, Burna Boy in Nigeria, they couldn't afford this. He's like to pay him. He just did it for free. He's like, okay, guys.
Like, you know what? Yeah.
It's the end of the year. Let me give you guys a show. And they actually charged Nigerians a shitload of money.
And for him, he didn't get shit.
I was like, okay, let me just do it for you guys. You're my people.
Yeah.
Yes, so, of course, it was rowdy. It was a lot of rockers.
But he gave them.
So us as creatives, instead of complaining, is what do we learn from that? How do we brand ourselves? How do we put ourselves? Because let me tell you, Bebe Cool drives in a Hamad car. Imagine, Bewol, you're taking him to your village to perform, and you say, I'm taking in a Primo.
Okay, listen.
Will he accept?
Can he even fit?
I think it seems very unanimous, right?
The China point
that
Eddy Kenzo is a crybaby?
Yes. Okay. However, at the risk of sounding like the devil's advocate, I feel like I sort of understand his point, or I understood his point. His point not being that Diamond Platinum was the problem. Actually, he has no issue with Diamond Platinum.
Exactly.
Right, from what I gathered.
Yeah.
Diamond Platinum is not the problem. The problem is the people who are procuring the artists or procuring the talent. That when you're procuring talent for an event, the things that inspire you to procure this talent, first of all, this event, at least from the knowledge I have, this event was supposed to uplift the rural woman, right? At least from...
Yeah, the rural woman and the coffee production.
Yes.
Katienga Kenzo, how was he going to
first relax? Let me make my point. I let you make
I'm
your
with you. I'm with you.
So in Kenzo's thinking, right? This is a purely Ugandan project. It's a very boo-boo kind of arrangement. And if you're thinking Uganda, if you're thinking about uplifting a Ugandan person or a Ugandan segment of the population, the best way to do that is to use Ugandan products, right? Which means Ugandan creatives, Ugandan. For me, that was his point. That was his point, right? So the bringing of Diamond Platinumz, the issue wasn't even how much Diamond Platinumz was given, but it was the fact that they brought a foreign artist, an external person, an external entertainer over local people. That's the key argument.
I want to ask you something on that very point.
That's very ridiculous.
No, but that was
for him to look at it.
On that very point,
ridiculous.
then Ray G would come out and say, "Why are you bringing Kenzo when I'm here?"
Forget even that. Forget even that.
No,
we have had shows.
How many other places do they go?
Forget that. We have had shows here in the country where it's maybe a chameleon show, and you expect him to be the headline performer, but he brings in an artist from a certain country.
I get that. This particular project was not a private project.
It wasn't.
Let me first finish my point. I feel like you're entering my space.
Continue. I'm sorry, sir.
Yes. So because it's not a private thing where they want to make profit, right? It's a thing where they're doing it for the country, which means the first and most important person you're thinking about is the Ugandan, in terms of the one who's giving the service and the one who's receiving the service. So in the defense of Eddy Kenzo's argument, the problem is not that Diamond Platinumz was given a lot of money. That was never the problem. The problem was that this money here could have been poured to other Ugandans. Whether 1 or 2 or 10 doesn't matter.
That wasn't his argument. His argument was like, I should have received that service.
Thank you.
That was his argument.
I'm coming.
It was the issue of numbers. Why wasn't
the issue of numbers? That show had most people performing from the West. You had only 2
It's okay.
foreign artists.
I get it.
You had artists in Tungamo, artists from Mbarara, and you had a couple of them from Kampala.
You calm down. Calm down.
Stop
We've got
talking.
your point, yeah? You've made it over and over. Let me also wrap up. That my divergence with Kenzo, as I said, originally I agree with him that, you know what, I understand your anger at them bringing foreign artists to perform at an event that should be uplifting a Ugandan. I understand that. What I disagree with is that part where you're saying that it should have been given to him. That I disagree with, because I don't think he has earned it. I don't think there's any Ugandan
I don't see
who
why.
deserves that.
Check. I don't see why we're even complaining. If you go back and see Chameleon's interviews, even when he was still in Lyon back then, if you look for those interviews, Chameleon is going to tell you there is a time, that's around 2004, 2003, he was called to promote a beer company in Tanzania, and he was paid 10K USDs. And that was not a Tanzanian. I think also they felt like that money should have gone to Professor James.
Anne Kansime go to Nairobi right now. She's on every billboard.
You get,
but that's for a private thing. The beer thing is a private venture.
But what I'm trying to say is, you guys, I'm not against Diamond collecting this money. He has built his brand over
he
that.
deserves it.
But Eddy Kenzo's point is, why for him he's saying for him his point is we need to put Ugandans first.
Thank you.
Because let me show you this.
I don't even
this
think
is what I said.
This is what I said. I don't think he knows the point he was even trying to make.
Let me ask you something, Biol, because personally I'm very against people who try to
flip-flop.
Not even flip-flop. Like whatever he is advocating for, he is advocating for selfish reasons. So I will ask you something. If whatever money they paid Diamond, they paid him, whatever money they paid Kenzo, they paid him, but when they were going to Ntungamo, they said, you know what? Eddy Kenzo will be flying with Diamond. Do you believe Eddy Kenzo would be making that much noise?
Yes.
Probably not.
He would have said, it should have been me alone.
No, we
that
probably wouldn't
chopper.
have, yeah.
He
So it's a
wouldn't.
selfish,
So
yeah.
that's my point.
Yeah.
That
selfish.
his message is not put Ugandans first. It is
No,
put
he
me
had that in
first.
his message as well.
Nothing what I'm
It's
saying.
not there.
Whatever
It's there.
it is.
It's not there. That
Bill.
Bill, that's
I
you want to
did.
understand. Yes, I did.
I did.
In that same video,
That
Eddy
is-
Kenzo said they went through.
Yes.
Okay, if I'm to remember very well that video when I watched it,
Yes.
there is a statement where I said, "The guys who organized know my wife." So to him,
They
to him they should they know not deserving.
more
Wait,
than
to him the way I feel. To him feels. On him they play the friendship card.
Why didn't
To
you
As opposed to professional.
You get it? The way can come and say, "Be well, come, do for me this." Nice in
Then other people, you pay them professional. I see that.
no
yeah.
what change,
Yeah.
like you fly them
But
and
you're
do
a
that.
government employee. That is what being a
But let's
government
leave this
employee
subject.
is
Let's
about.
leave this subject.
let castles in the
Let's
air
leave
with
it, no,
conclusions
But at the end
of
of it
what
all,
people
let's
do.
leave it- let's leave
this
it
is what
there.
I said. We will come back to
Faisal.
this. In Uganda, we
Take
have
us
reached
away.
a
Let's leave it there.
level. We have
Let's leave
reached
this
a
one there.
level whereby
like-
nothing can run entertainment-wise when we have not seeked from the outside.
Yeah. Let's leave it there.
And
that's the bigger question.
we need to work on that.
Yeah, that's the
how
issue,
can
yeah.
we become? How can
Must we
our
always
industry become
outsource things?
independent?
Yeah.
Must we always have to outsource?
Yeah.
And your show is trying
And
to
let's leave it
achieve
at
that,
that.
right?
Yeah, my show is trying to achieve
Thank
that.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Amazing.
much.
Good on you.
Let's wrap up. Moses,
I-
let's
yeah,
leave it there.
Go. I take a tea. I haven't given my view. What going
Oh, no, we're leaving it. No, Faisal, let's leave it. No, Faisal. Please, let's leave this subject.
Faisal,
The research.
Let's leave this subject.
Oh goddamn day.
But let's leave this
Just not
subject.
to
We've
say anything.
Submit.
Okay,
Let me
submit.
just show
First
you.
of
He
all-
really did the research. Like he has notes.
Okay, go on. But in like 2 minutes,
Faisal,
Faisal.
submit, yes.
In like 2 minutes.
Drop the bomb. Drop the bomb,
In
man.
like 2 minutes, Faisal.
Okay, here's the thing, yeah.
In 2 minutes.
Here's the thing, yeah. This is the thing. At the beginning of this, at the beginning of the year, I think, this is the same person who came out and said, "Yeah, the government is going to help us. We're going to launch."
Kenzo, right?
Yes. Something to do with their copyright machines. Yeah. A lot of us came out and said, "Guy, this sounds a bit sketchy.
Yeah, and it was.
With these people that you are praising,
Yes.
why don't you first ask anyone else in the industry, get something solid? Because the people you're dealing with are a bit sketchy. You get what I'm saying? Fast forward today, he's complaining about the same sketchiness
Yeah.
of, you know what, they went through my wife and all. That is exactly what we were trying to say. The people
warn
you're
him about
dealing
earlier
with
on, yeah.
are a bit what? Sketchy.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably you need to look at these things twice. And now me, when I actually saw all these things, the first thing I did was Google Diamond's red card, because I know it's not 750 million UGX.
Yeah.
It's literally, I think, 3 times that.
More than that,
2 to
yeah.
3 times that.
True.
Guys, Google Diamond Platinum red card and see. Yajide could discount.
Okay.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yajide could discount.
No one is disputing that. I don't think that's the issue.
If you're Eddy Kenzo,
Again,
yeah,
I don't think-
Nzija.
Because we need to leave that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The pod is anything. There's anything else after this?
We already in extra time. We already in extra time.
Okay, fine. So here's the thing, yeah. In this industry or in all these things is what they call professionalism.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For every artist, I like to think that I've interacted with a couple of international artists to know how it works.
Yeah.
Usually 3 months before they come, they give you a list of things.
Thank you. Of demands, like he was saying.
Exactly. I remember at Skies,
The
we had-
riders, Emmanuel
there's
Colonel.
a time at
Hospitality
Skies we had to
rider.
look for specific types of liquor because the guy has said, "Me, I need they call them riders. I need my riders,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to go on stage if you
Without-
don't give me like
yeah.
my riders." You get what I'm saying? So that for me is number one. If you agree to a certain contract and that contract has actually been
Fulfilled. Then
why the
shut
hell
the
are you
fuck
now
up, yeah.
shouting?
Good,
You
good.
get what I'm saying? Number two, the other issue I have is is with some Ugandan musicians being flip-flops. I'm not going to say all because I was online.
Many.
I saw Pia Pound's comment. Very nice. I was like, yeah, we should have her.
Shout
by
out
the
to
way.
her.
We should have Pia here. But anyway, guys, back here, come back here. So here's the thing. I went online and I expected people to actually communicate to this boy that things are different. When you're worth 500 shillings, when you buy, even water, for goodness sake, when you go to a fridge, the cost of, I'm not going to mention that brand because they might give me a gig, it's not the same as the cost of Renzori. And there are those people.
This motherfucker.
Now what are you trying to hide?
Okay, if water that you drink
Two
and it's
different
clearly the same is different, why the hell would you think you was worthy as Diamond? Like, have you guys been to Tanzania? Yeah. Actually, not Tanzania. Any other place Diamond has been has turned.
Tanzania is over how many times our country?
And with my last point, this is it. I don't like it when something comes out and Ugandans, the majority of Ugandans are complaining about it, and musicians don't pretend like they don't give a fuck. Only for them months later to come back and be like, guys,
bites them.
Ugandans,
Help us.
This government doesn't want us, but how? We're sleeping with this government. Like, what the fuck?
Good.
You get what I'm saying?
Good.
So that pissed me off.
That
pissed me off really bad. And then I saw Judith Hart attacking Sheila. And I was like, the fuck? These are people.
I think let's end. Let's
No.
Anyway, I need
As
to
I
put this
finish,
comment from
as I finish,
YouTube, from our YouTube.
As I
So
finish.
that
Okay, 30
you
seconds.
finish.
Hold
You
on.
finish.
30 seconds,
You have
30
to-
seconds.
No, those are many.
Okay, wrap up. Faisal.
Okay, the point is, we need to be humble
As Uganda.
as Ugandans, not
And
just
build our
Ugandans,
thing,
but as creatives. We need to be humble. You have to understand you're never going to be relevant forever.
Yeah.
Chameleon understands this fact, and that's why this week is here posting remorse posts of how he regrets some of the things he did.
Yeah.
when
He's
he
now
was
figuring it out.
He's now figuring it out that you're
I'm
never
sure
going to be a star.
I'm sure right now
all your
he's
life.
working with brilliant people. You see what he
All
did in
your
Amahoro
life.
Stadium
Yeah.
is what Diamond did here.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Do you think it hurt Ugandans or Kenzo more for what he did? Because this means he now can't go to Tanzania. Because those guys worship Diamond like a small god.
Yeah.
He can't make collabos with Diamond anymore because people hold grudges.
That
That
artist was a topic of discussion on a Tanzania radio station.
They're like, you know what, guys? This boy was saying is bigger than our guy.
But this guy should have even been paid more. Now let me give you. I want to conclude. Let me wrap up with this. Ugandans, I want to wrap up.
Wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up
I
now.
want to wrap up with Joshua Baraka.
Oh!
No, I want to wrap up with that.
Don't interrupt.
Why I want to wrap up with that? You remember Lob made a post and said, if you don't have a certain amount of money, you won't get Baraka.
Lob is the manager.
Yeah.
Just for context.
You get. He said, if you don't have a certain money, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
And see this guy. This is what I told you before we started the podcast. I told you, it's a process. He's building his red card.
Yeah.
He's building his name. He's building his brand.
Yeah.
See where he is.
Yeah.
So for us in Uganda here, we are so much focused as artists of this. I'm better than the other one. I'm better than this one. Instead of
building your
Diamond left here, Uganda, went. He was inspired by some people from here, but he's miles ahead of them. So we should stop the things of saying, "Behold, I'm better than you." But what are you doing
build
to
your brand.
build your brand?
Yeah. Good.
Anyway, guys,
Kenzo.
so this is for you guys here, right? Someone said, not throwing shade to the pod. I'm a big fan.
Shade is about to be thrown.
But the cussing is getting out of hand, guys. Now, I sort of ignored this, and I swear, when Faisal was in his feelings, he swore like 10 times back to back.
Good, let him express
But it was in my
himself.
feelings, guys.
Yes.
What the hell?
Let him express
Anyway,
himself.
This pod is our stress relief.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Okay,
Yeah.
like when after this pod,
Yeah.
I literally just go and sleep. The
So
nights
that was
Yes.
another comment that I think was like a little bit funny. So guys, go watch episode
19.
19 so that you get context for this comment. Okay, the person said on that bit we were asking if we escaped from prison, who would be caught first, and someone said Micheline's very strong personal attachment with the people she loves, family, makes her the easiest and the first to be caught, for she'll reach out to Crown just the day of the escape and the authorities will be right there. Whereas,
We'll be tapping the call.
yeah, whereas B-Wall would be the hardest to get, for he can easily go off the radar. Not much personal attachments. Start a new life and just the nyege experience alone is enough for him to survive even in the jungle.
And on that note, we'd like to end the pod, guys.
Yes, I'm not
And then he says, and then B-Wall's case would then go cold. Derek, would be the second in line to be caught, for he will either show up at the gym just a week after the escape, or
Who's this nigga?
listen, or might easily be enticed for a call for leg, and boom,
Will easily
Accurate.
I gotta represent the team. I have to.
Listen. After a month, Faisal, being someone who loves working, will get bored and show up at a place asking for jobo, where some random lady will tell him, I think I've seen your face somewhere.
Correct.
And just like that, they will follow him to his hideout and interrupt.
Who's that?
No, and the person is called Henry Order. I don't know who.
Look,
But the username is
where am I
Henry
looking?
Order.
Here.
You know us better than we know ourselves.
Yes, but this is like
No, it's good that the podcast is
profile
moving
picture,
now.
So I do not know.
Yeah.
But
No.
yes.
Look, we don't
But
even need
this,
to.
that is what, because I tapped.
They know,
I tapped the profile picture, and I don't know the person, and that showed me one thing, because all the things that he said are actually things that we constantly
about.
talk about on the
Yes,
pod.
yes.
So it showed me one thing, that I know we have like very many gangos, but like it showed me how people like actually be paying attention
Absolutely.
to our unserious things.
Yes.
So guys, we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for loving us, moving with us on the bad days, on the good days. Keep loving us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment.
This nigga said
Share.
that. Show up at the gym
And
the second week.
yes.
I'm looking for
So
that, yeah.
guys,
I like the
thank
second
you.
one.
Yeah.
Liz, can you say bye to the people?
Yeah.
Because this is us signing
Goodbye.
off,
And
right?
also, don't forget that on
The 8th of June.
8th of June.
The
Yes.
Marcus O'Clock is going
And
down
then-
Hey, yo, Marcus O'Clock, where are we?
at the Villa.
The Villa.
The table 5 for 500. If you want to come alone, it's free entry.
Free entry if you're alone.
Okay.
If you're at the table 500K.
And,
Hey, Marcus,
and
thank you for
lastly,
being with
we
us.
would
Well done.
like to
Cheers,
thank
man.
our amazing host that we will not show, because as you can see,
yeah.
we are different backgrounds.
And we have a party
in
after
very
this.
lovely home. Thank you, Gucci.
Can I add on to that? Yeah, and just so you should know, guys, the kitchen is brewing with some amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, who is
I
that
don't know.
nigga?
I don't know.
Wrap it up.
It's crazy.
Guys, see you next time.
See you next week.
Whenever we-
It's not 140. It's
Get there, let's go, guys.
Man, I'm hungry.
You cussed. What were you saying? Actually, I usually say fudge. I rarely say
Today,
fuck. Yeah.
you've really gone all
Because
out.
why is Judith Hard attacking Sheila Gashumba? Guys, that does not make sense to me.
Your handprint is even still here.
That does not make sense to me. Mama,